Hey everyone, welcome to the very first podcast of Talking with Khadijah. I'm your host, KD, and I'm so grateful that all of you guys are here for my first podcast to bring this to life. And it's been a journey, I'm going to say that. So, this is a space where it's unfiltered conversation. We're going to talk about any and everything, raw and uncut. You name it, we're going to talk about it. So, but first, the first thing that I want to get past is why I'm here today, why I started my podcast. Um, I was supposed to have been did this. For a lot of y'all that know, um, I went through like a really big life change situation that I had to put brakes on things. I had to pause. Some stuff happened in my life where I lost focus. Um, And with losing focus, I lost my vision for my podcast. So much was going on where I couldn't even focus on anything almost. So, this first episode is about how and why I'm here today. So, grab you a seat, sit back, and let's just dive right in. Again, I thank everyone who's tuning in. I thank everyone who's supporting me. And here we go. Bear with me. I'm super nervous. This is my first time ever recording myself like this. This is so different from recording yourself like on Instagram and making little videos and stuff of that nature. So here we go. Again, I'm your girl KD. And what brought me here with you guys today is because I always had a vision of starting and doing a podcast, right? But we all know sometimes life be lifing. And this is one of those things where life definitely did its big one on me. I had been in a 3-year relationship, 3.5 years with someone who, I thought was my everything. I thought I had I thought it was about to be, sky's the limit with this relationship, right? Yeah. To be with somebody 3.5 years and not even know them, that's what kind of like, you know, got me in a dark space, finding out things about this person that I just could not believe was even true. How could a person live two lifestyles, a double life? Peaches and creams over here with me and then living a whole another life somewhere else. It was deep. It was crazy. But July 27th, everything came to light, right? So on July 27th, 2025, I found out my partner was involved in another relationship um, and was not being truthful about it. But the internet be doing its thing. And, everything done in the dark get revealed in the light. So that situation ended up being revealed. And it was deep. It was deep. It was heartbreaking because this is somebody who I would defend. And there was multiple people telling me like, no, you don't even know this person is, this person that. And I said I wasn't going to say the person's name on my podcast because that's giving that person too much power in my life. But I have to talk about it because this is a part of my story. So that part is that. Now on July 27th, I found out, like I said, the person was cheating or had been cheating or did whatever this person had did. And I confronted this person, you know, with facts, pictures, videos, the truth. And in the midst of it all, this person still kind of kept lying, but eventually couldn't lie anymore. So I ended the relationship. I walked away. Um, I kind of knew the relationship was over a year ago, a year prior to walking away. But I didn't want to just give up, When you love somebody, you try your hardest to work it out. You try your hardest to do any and everything you could possibly do to bring that flame back. You know what I'm saying? That spark that got you in a relationship. But when God don't want something, he got a funny way of doing little things. And when you pray for stuff, listen, when you pray for God to reveal something to you, please be prepared to see what God is revealing to you. I was not prepared, but I kept asking. I kept asking. I kept asking. I kept praying. God, I don't feel right. I don't feel right. Something ain't right. Reveal it to me. Reveal it to me. He revealed it to me and broke my heart. But I asked for that. I needed that. So it was so ironic. Um, it was deep. So I'm over my cousin's house. We went to like one of my cousin's wedding that weekend. So we were all over my cousin Linda's house, and we kicking it, chilling, and my phone had died. Now, mind you, I keep my phone on the charger. My phone on the charger right now. My phone always dead. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I'm always keeping it on the charger. This particular time, I'm like, I'm gonna just put it on the charger and walk away. Mind you, earlier that day, I had just confronted my ex saying, this is why we done. This is why I don't trust you. God revealed it to me. I knew this was the truth. I kept ignoring it. Blah, 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 right? All right, cool. I don't know if this person did this or not. So I kind of buried that and left it alone and just asked God to whoever or whatever was responsible for what I'm about to tell you next, to just handle it. And when God handle your battles, baby, there's no defeating God, period. Nobody can beat him. Simple as that. And when you leave it to God, you walk away and you leave it with God. And that's what I did in this situation. July 27, 2025, at about 9 o'clock at night, I get a phone call from my sister, Dana. Shannon, your house on fire. When I say I was in disbelief because I hadn't been at home all weekend. How did my house catch on fire? Wasn't nobody there but the dog. The dog didn't make the house catch on fire. It was nobody there. My kids wasn't there, thank God. I wasn't there, thank God. My dog was there, and unfortunately, Sasha did pass away from the smoke. R.I.P. my girl, Sash. That was my baby. So I get this phone call, Shannon, your house on fire. So, I never think my sister will play no prank on me like that. But at the same time, I know people just be doing silly stuff sometimes. So I'm like, girl, what? I'm like, how my house on fire? How? Why would it be on fire? There's nothing on the stove. There's nothing in the stove. I'm not cooking anything. Mind you, I had went to the house earlier that day to grab some clothes for church. Earlier that morning, at church started at like 10:30, 11. I think I was at the house at like 9:30, I believe, something like that. So it was no time where it went past that I cooked anything. I didn't touch the stove. I didn't have no reason to. I literally ran in the house, grabbed my clothes, and ran back out. No lie. 9 o'clock at night, we get a phone call saying that the house is on fire. Then I'm checking my text messages. My son, Deshaun, stays all the way in Youngstown. He's all the way in college. The news done traveled all the way to him. He blowing my phone up. I got several text messages from him. Ma, you need to get home. You need to get home. The house on fire. The house on fire. Mind you, my house was my prized possession. I had just bought that house. I had it for 5 years. It was built from the ground up. It was everything that I wanted, everything that I thought I needed. It was in an urban community. I will say that. And I was one of them people that was like, I was born in the hood. My brand new house in the hood. I ain't tripping. I ain't never had no smoke, no issues. So, I ain't thinking nothing would ever happen like this to me, ever, right? Well, it did. It did. And excuse me if I get emotional talking about it, because, again, for anybody that's never had a house fire where you done lost everything, you know how I feel. It's like losing a person. It's like losing somebody, right? So if I get a little watery with the eyes, just excuse me for that. So I go to the front of the house and I tell my cousins, like, they just set my house on fire. They just set my house on fire. So my cousin Linda like, what? What is you talking about? What? I'm like, they set my house on fire. So Linda's car was behind my car. She was the last car in the driveway. I'm like, I need to go. I done snatched Linda's car keys. I done ran out the door, left my kids at her house because I did not want them to experience nothing. And that's just me as a mother, always protecting my kids from anything I can, right? Because I got 2 little kids. I have 4 kids in total, y'all. I have a 21-year-old, I have a 18-year-old, I have a 9-year-old, and a 3-year-old. Don't ask no questions. Stuff happens, okay? Don't be asking questions, okay? And the 3-year-old got the same birthday as the 21-year-old. They 18 years apart. Anywho, so I fly out the driveway. Linda stay all the way on the other side of town, on the south side. I gotta get all the way down to Superior. I'm flying down Lee Road, right? Flying. When I got to Cleveland Heights, Lee Road and Cleveland Heights, the top of, what is that, Mayfield and Superior, right there. I could smell the fire in the air. I could smell it. So at this point, reality kicking in. Reality kicking in. For all my people from Cleveland, y'all know who Ted Ginn Sr. is. Y'all know who Miss Parker is from Ginn Academy. And I call them my godparents because they always got my back. They have always had my back since I was young. They done always had my back. I call Miss Parker and I say, my house is on fire. I'm on my way to my house. She said, what? What are you saying? I said, I'm on my way to my house. She said, okay. I called Pops, my house on fire. He's like, what? I called my kid's grandmother. And I tell her, my house on fire. I could smell it in the air. I'm on my way there. I'm about to pull up to my house. She said, oh my God. She's like, do you need me to come down there? Now, mind you, she stayed deep, far past Menor, Ohio. So I'm like, no, it's okay. You ain't got to come all the way down here. It's okay. I got this. Let's go. So she let me know, I don't care what's going on. You ain't going to be outside. You ain't going to be in a homeless shelter. Y'all can come here. Everything is going to be okay. Call me when you get there. I pull up to the house. My big brother is there, Greg. My sister, Dana. My daughter, Serenity. My mother. My father. My neighbors. A few people from the community. I can't name everybody because, again, I know everybody was there, but like, I can't even, you know, it was so many people there, right? I pull up and the firefighters had just got done with the last part of the fire. Now, mind you, I'm looking at the front of the house and I'm like, well, where the fire at? You know what I'm saying? I see the smoke. So I go around. They walking me around to the side of the house. I get to the side of the house and the whole house gone. The whole house was gone. It was like one half of the house. The whole half of the house was gone. So the fire had started in the kitchen and has spread it from there across the living room ceiling, living room and dining room ceiling, which my bedroom was on top of the living room. My son, JCI, his bedroom was on top of the kitchen. So it had flew all the way up and burnt all of that up, burnt the whole back of the house, the side of the house. And then from the firefighters doing so much damage, oh, y'all, I got tears running everywhere. Sorry. From the firefighters and the water damage, you know, they tear it up even more. The fire do one part of the damage, but the water and the pressure from the water do everything else. Now, mind you, I just redid my living room. I'm talking about $3,000 couch. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was so proud. I was so happy. I was just proud of myself to be a young person purchasing a home for her kids, right? Because who would have thought I could purchase a home, right? Who would have ever thought I would have did that? But I did it. So, okay. Now I'm looking for my dog. My dog, she out of breath and looking like she just wore out. And I could just imagine what she was going through in that house. You know what I'm saying? Got her. Um, Shout out to the EMS and the fire department. Because they were trying their hardest to keep her alive. And they had even left. And, you know, it's just me and my family there and the people from Red Cross. You know, I'm going through the motions. I'm falling out. And this ain't no dramatic shit. Anybody that know me know I ain't no dramatic person like that. Like, I ain't no fainter. I don't be passing out and all that type of shit. But this particular time, I mean, I felt like my legs just got weak once I seen all of that. And I'm just like, what? Now I'm looking like, damn, I done lost everything. This is crazy. So I look in the window because when I was coming home, on my way to get down there, I'm praying like, God, because I know my son high school diploma was in the window. I didn't have a mantle, so it was like this deep kind of like window sill thing that I had in the dining room. And I had all the kids like awards and trophies and medals, and I had everything like kind of right there. And then at the bottom of there, on top of like this little stand thing, I had like everybody obituaries, like my uncle, my sister, my grandmother, my auntie, all of them was like right there, everything from the funeral, maybe flowers, whatever I had or whatever I kept. And, one of my stepbrothers, his obituary, just everything was right there. So, like, that was just my little mantle type of thing I had going on. And I asked God on my way. That's why I say you have to be careful what you ask for, because God gonna give you exactly what you ask for, right? So while I'm on my way down, rushing down there, I'm like, God, please don't let nothing be wrong with Deshaun high school diploma. Please don't let nothing be wrong. And for anybody that's probably like, well, why she care so much about that? That ain't nothing. You can always get a copy. No, you cannot get a copy of the original. You can get a transcript. I didn't want that. And his diploma meant so much to me because for everybody that I said once again that knows me know, I had Deshaun when I was in high school. So I didn't get a chance to walk the stage and get a diploma. I got a GED. No shade, you feel me? I ain't tripping about it, but It meant everything to me for my kids to get diplomas because I couldn't, especially him, because I was pregnant with him when I was in high school, right? So I get there, and the fire department, they walking me through, uh, showing me how they think the fire might have started. Um, we were waiting for like the investigators and stuff because I told them like, hey, I just broke up with my girlfriend today, and all of a sudden my house catch on fire. I don't know. I don't have any proof at this point that she did it, but I want y'all to really investigate. And I have two brothers that's firefighters. So they definitely made sure that everything was done properly and correctly. Um, and, they walking me through the house. Everything is pretty much totaled. But I look in the windowsill. Now, mind you, they done shot water through the window. They done bust out all of the windows. Every window in my house was busted out. Every single window was gone. Every window. Um, his diploma was sitting right there untouched. Everything around it was gone. Um, everything around it was gone. But the diploma was right there. This my hand of God. And if you don't believe me, we still have the diploma. Um, I asked the firefighters, like, can I get this? I know I ain't supposed to touch nothing, but can I please get my son a diploma? So the fire chief, he said, yes, go ahead. I snatched it, opened it up. Nothing was burned in the inside of it. Nothing was burned on the outside of it. It wasn't wet. How wasn't it wet when they spraying this big old water hose through the door, through the windows? It was not wet at all. It smelled like smoke, and that was it. I was so happy at that point because I'm like, oh my God, this is what kind of like meant the most to me, right? All right, so now the dog is going through the motion, so they done called me back outside. Mind you, EMS done left. Now the firefighters getting ready to leave. I'm rubbing Sasha. She won't eat. She won't drink nothing. She's shaking. She got this look in her eyes where she pretty much let me know, like, Mommy, I can't hold on. I can't. She tried. My crazy self called the fire department back and EMS. I am crazy sometimes. So I call the EMS and I say, I need y'all to come back. She's still not breathing right. She need the oxygen. She needs some more oxygen. So the man on the phone like, man, we don't really come out for that kind of stuff. You can call, the hospital, the veterinarian, whatever. I done cuss these people out. No, y'all need to come back. Y'all need to come back. Y'all need to come back. This my dog. Y'all save animals. Y'all save animals. I know y'all do. Y'all want this dog to die. This is our family pet. This is my son's support animal. I'm saying everything. I'm going crazy. They like, anyways, we got people dying for real. Like, is you cool? So I say, my brother is firefighters, both of them. Lieutenant Drive, oh Lord, I done went crazy on this telephone. They done said, hold on. They done called the fire department. They like, we got a lieutenant's sister on the phone saying she need oxygen. So they didn't. It was some beef with the fire department and the EMS for a second because the EMS was like, we not about to go over there. Y'all could come and get this gas mask thing if that's what y'all want to do, but we not doing all that, right? So they end up talking to my brother, and I guess he okayed it for them to come back. So the fire department came back, and it was like 4 or 5 of them. And when I say they worked so hard, effortlessly trying to they tried their hardest to save Sasha. So Red Cross had, did what they did. They came. They ended up calling one of the hospitals, the doggy hospitals, and told me where to go. So I did that. I took Sasha to the hospital, and the doctor said, if you had all the money in the world, I couldn't save her. When I say that crushed me, it crushed me. So I felt like this is my baby. Anybody that has a dog or that loves animals or love dogs, y'all know how that can feel, right? So she said, I'm sorry, sweetie. There's nothing we can really do. So the head doctor, he came in there and he said, because I'm like, I have money. I got money. How much do it cost? I'm willing to pay anything. This is my dog. I love my dog. And he said, sweetie, I'm sorry. I don't care if you had all the money in the world. There's nothing I could do to save her. The best thing for us to do is to put her down. So, now I'm looking like, is y'all doing this because I'm black? Like, I'm tripping out. Like, y'all don't even understand. I'm tripping. Like, y'all think I ain't got no money? Y'all think I don't have no job? Da, 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 da. I could pay for this. I can afford it. And he was like, this ain't even about affording or paying for it, sweetie. As a doctor, I can't sit here and take your money knowing that she may die when you go home. So, okay, cool. I could take that. Instead of watching her struggle, because he had her on oxygen for over an hour and she still wasn't even reaching 90%. So we decided to put her down. And that's what we did. So I sat with her the whole time. And it happened within seconds. So she didn't have to suffer. It was like she went to sleep. She put her paw on my lap. And I guess that was her letting me know she good. So she closed her eyes, took that last deep breath, and that was it. I sat there with her for a minute and then went into this room where you make funeral arrangements. This is the part that I didn't even think it was this deep. I ain't know that it was all like this because I've never, my other dog passed away. We buried her in the backyard and that was that. You know what I'm saying? But I got Sasha cremated. I had to make arrangements and how did I want it done? Did I want her ashes? What did I, all of the stuff that they do for the dog people. Y'all know this part. So I did that. When I say that was the longest drive back to my cousin's house, it was lonely. I felt defeated. I didn't know what to do. So, mind you, before that, I was dropping all these posts about I'm about to drop my first episode and I got this person I'm about to interview. It's about to be going. Oh my God, I was so excited. I was so pumped, right? I ain't care about this podcast. I ain't care about nothing no more. I lost myself for a minute. Mentally, I'm asking God so many questions. Why? Why did I have to lose everything? Why did I have to go through that? Right? Still to this day, I ask why. Because that's normal. But instead of asking why now, I just go with the flow. Because I know God has a plan, right? that could have went all kind of other ways. I could have lost my kids. I could have lost myself. That fire could have happened while I was asleep. Lord knows when I'm asleep, right? Um, so I get back to my cousin's house. Everybody just quiet a little bit. Because don't nobody really know what to say at this point. Don't nobody know what to say. So I just laid down, went to sleep. Next morning, I had texted my partner because, I'm a security officer for the school district. So I text my partner. I let him know what was going on. I think that same morning, him and his wife had came over, gave me some money, gave me starter pack, clothes for the kids, stuff for myself, Instantly, the internet went crazy. I got so much support from everybody, people I don't know. My family kind of started coming together. It was cousins that we had stopped speaking. It was a lot of people stepped up when this happened. People who I never thought would have stepped up. And it wasn't no long conversations. It was just, hey, what size do the kids wear? What size you wear? All right. I had people DMing me, hey, I don't know you, but all I got is this. This is my last. I just want to send it to you. I'm sorry you went through this. Everything gonna be okay. Churches stepped up. Like I said, churches, family, strangers, friends. A lot of people stepped up. So that was God letting me know right there that he didn't leave me nor forsake me. I'm gonna replace everything that you lost. But I had to first get in touch with self again. He wanted to separate me. He wanted to make sure that I didn't have anything to go back to. Because you all know we'll break up with somebody or we'll do something and then all they got to do is say, oh, I'm sorry. And then we'll go back. But God was tired of this anyways. He let me have my way for a second. But it wasn't right in his eyes. And I'm not going to go real deep into that because I do respect the community. And I don't want no backlash from that. But this is my truth. This is my story. And with that being said, what I was raised in the church. As I got older, studied Islam because of my grandfather and my cousins. So I knew right from wrong, but I chose to do what I wanted to do. But God, we all know when he say he done with something, he done with it. And if it's going to be his way, it's going to be his way, period. So he wanted to make sure that I was done with all of that. He wanted to make sure that I ain't had nothing to go back to. He started me off from the bottom. I literally hit rock bottom. Mentally, I hit rock bottom. He had to separate me from any and everything so I can pay attention. And so he can do what he needed to do with me. I have a very great support system. Like I said, my kid's grandmother called me. You and them babies coming here, period. Because she had a house fire before. So if there nobody know what I was feeling, she definitely knew what I was feeling. And losing a house is like grieving. It's like losing somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. You go through your emotions every single day. I still go through the motions. Me talking to y'all about my personal experience with this. My life is and was so hard for me to do. It's flowing now, but to get me in this seat, to get me in front of this camera, to get me in front of this mic, y'all don't even know what it took. I was supposed to been did this. At least let me tell it, right? God said, no, you gonna do it when I want you to, right? That's why it's today, January 12th, 6 months later from when I was supposed to do this. 6 months later from the house fire. He gave me 6 months to get my mind right to do this. He gave me 6 months to show me in these 6 months the power of him. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know. But I'm here now, rebranded, reinventing myself. Again, I didn't let the fire break me. I didn't let the breakup break me. Almost did though. I did. I almost did. I almost was ready to check out, honestly. But I knew I couldn't because my kids don't deserve that. My family don't deserve that. And the people that truly love me, they don't deserve that. But I was going through the motions. I thought it was the end of the world. 6 months later, though, your girl is back, rejuvenated, ready to do this thing 100%. Ready to drop all this content for y'all that I've been working on. And ready for this podcast to go viral like it's going to do. Like I said, everything happens for a reason. This happened for a reason. I'm still trying to figure out why that part had to happen, and I may never know why. Because, like I said, our God, he has a way of doing things, and he has his reasons for doing things, right? But I had to tap back in with self. I had lost me. I had fell into depression. I had low self-esteem. I didn't think I was pretty anymore. I didn't think I was worth anything anymore. But having positive people around me kept me up. My children kept me strong. As much as me and my oldest daughter done been through with each other, and Lord knows if you got a teenage girl, I'm going to pray for you. But my baby was there for me. And she kept saying, no, 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 mommy. No, you got this. You strong. And her big sister was there for me. Brianna, my sister. Now, mind you, we are like oil and water sometimes. Sometimes we do not mix. But when I tell you that when something crazy like this happened, family come together. And that's what God did. He brought all us together. And when I fell on that ground in disbelief, they picked me up. They all said, nah, everything gonna be okay. You got this. To hear your child say, no, mommy. That's what I needed. She don't know that, though. She don't know how she keep me strong. I named my daughter Serenity for a reason. The Serenity Prayer. And if you know that prayer, then you know what I'm talking about, right? I'm sorry to be crying so much, y'all. But my baby, she is the reason. She is the reason I was able to stand up. Um, but again, things happen. You have to trust in the Lord with all your heart. If you trust in the Lord with all your heart, He will get you through anything. And I had a crazy year, okay? 2024 and 2025 rocked my world, literally. Lost my uncle, lost my little sister. 25, lost my house, lost my relationship. I'm thinking it's the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It's the beginning of a new me. It's a reset. Now, I'm around people who have been coaching me and teaching me and guiding me, right? Showing me how to save and invest money, showing me things that I didn't know. Because, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. It was just a mess, okay? My whole life was just a fucking roller coaster at one point. You know what I'm saying? I'm just living and just maintaining. But now, I don't take life for granted anymore. Now, I step out on faith. I step with faith. God clean house. He let me know who my real friends were. He let me know that relationship was not for me and it was time to step and walk away. He let me know that a house and things inside your house are material things. True enough, our feelings get hurt and we don't want to lose our things because we work so hard for our things, and things just matter to people until you don't have things anymore. And all you have is yourself and your faith. So again, that's what brings me here today, because I'm a realist. I'm an open book. You can ask me anything, I'm going to tell you. From being a teen mom to being a single mom to you name it, whatever, we going to talk about it. No, this podcast is not going to be all about my personal journeys in life. No, we going to touch on some stuff though. But this is where we going to talk about any and everything, and nothing is off limits and nothing is off the table. This is not a kid-friendly podcast. I will say that. There will be cussing. There will be things being talked about. But I had to start this first episode with letting you guys know why I didn't start when I was supposed to start before, and what brought me here to give me the strength, the power to be able to do this. Just know, with everything you do in life, put God first. And do not second guess His decisions. True enough, I still be hurt. My feelings still be hurt. Losing everything. My house. Like I said, everything in my house. But what I didn't lose is my life. I didn't lose my faith. I didn't lose my strength. I didn't lose my courage. I lost material things that can come back. No, not they baby pictures and stuff of that nature, but that's locked into my memory. You couldn't have told me this 6 months ago. I wouldn't have been talking like this 6 months ago. I was not this strong 6 months ago. Everybody, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Pfft. I was acting like I wanted to hear it. I did not want to hear that shit. I was aggravated as hell. But I'm blessed in so many ways. My kids' grandparents are the truth. All of them. My parents, for what it's worth, we well rounded. But my kids' grandparents opened up their house to me and my kids. We live in very comfortable. It's not like we're uncomfortable where it's people all on our back. We all know how I feel to live with somebody, and I ain't been back at home since I left. So this was definitely something that humbled me in so many ways. I have not been back home since I left home. I've been on my own since I was 17 years old. I was emancipated, okay? Living in my own house, doing my own thing, living by my own rules, doing what I wanted to do, wasn't answering to nobody, right? My kids' grandparents opened up their house and made it comfortable for us so the kids wouldn't be affected, so I wouldn't be affected. And on top of, she had been through this already, so she already knew. So I inherited another family. I tell them all the time that they son, that's my daughter's father, uh, y'all are my parents. Y'all ain't his parents no more. So, um, and when I say I love that grandmother because she is the realest, she is the truth. Um, she keep me strong. She give me constructive criticism. Um, she showed me love. You would have thought I was her daughter. No lie. Miss Tawana, I love you. Mr. Ronnie, I love you. Thank y'all. Because without y'all, I wouldn't be sitting here today. Without them, I would not be here today. I called my daughter grandfather one day and I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. Da, 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 da. He said, what you mean you don't know what you going to do? Baby, you going to be okay. That's what you going to do. You gonna get through this. You going to be able to look back on this one day. Okay? Everything going to be okay. So, with that being said, here I am today talking to y'all. The nervousness has went away. So the next episode, we're going to be in here popping it. I'm good now. Again, to my friends, to my family. And it's too many of y'all for me to sit here and name all of y'all. And y'all know that. Especially that damn family of mine. But I love each and every last one of y'all. I appreciate every last one of y'all. CMSD school district stepped up. My coworkers stepped up. I was not expecting that. My daughter uncle started a GoFundMe for me. Thank you, Tawana Spencer, Tawana Black, Ronnie Moore, Linda and Liddy the twins, Amber, Linda France. I don't even know some of y'all names. Everybody from Instagram, Facebook, you name it. Like, y'all stepped up. Malika, aka Angel, the family, we call her Angel. But she go by Malika. That's my Rolly. That's like my big sister. That's my big cousin, but that's like my big sister. I just want to thank all of y'all. Everybody put their bullshit to the side. I don't care what the arguments, what the beef was about. Everybody had put that shit to the side. And it's been to the side and ain't been, we done all moved past whatever was whatever. My sister Dana, Carmela, my daughter, Serenity, Dayshawn, JCI, Leilani, Miss Parker, again, my son's friends, Joe, Corey, Yusuf. I can't. I'm trying to remember everybody, y'all, and don't be mad at me if I don't say your name. But I thank all of y'all. My kids' coaches. Uh, I, Coach King, Coach Pryor, um, um, Youngstown State University. They 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 stepped up. Um, like I said, I'm trying to remember everybody, y'all, because y'all know it's a time limit for this. But again, if I did not say your name, my mother church, um, everybody, my mom, and Lord knows me and my mother, we do not see eye to eye. Listen, but my mother was there. My daddy was there. My big brothers, Greg, Dominic, Antoine. Thank y'all. I thank everybody for being there for me in that difficult time. I thank all of y'all for being there for me. But that was the past, and this is the future, and we moving past that. So with that being said, I need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, share this, make this go viral, because this is only the beginning. Like I said, this is where it's starting at. Right here in this chair in my bedroom. Just me, this camera, and this mic. So I think my message today is never lose your faith. Never give up. God always has a plan. We go through things to make us stronger. We go through things to have our faith tested. Because this was definitely a reason to be like, oh, I never believe in God again. Who? Yeah, not me. That's my homie. That's my OG. Stay prayed up. Don't take life for granted. When God throw you that ball. Flat out. This is my second chance. And in this second chance, I ain't taking it for granted. I'm coming for everything that I want. Everything. Pray, manifest, keep God first. Be sure to turn on them notifications, because your girl gonna be dropping content. I will be dropping episodes weekly. I'm gonna try my hardest to stay consistent with my busy life, because I do work all day long, and then when I'm not working, basketball practice, boxing practice. Now they done added karate to their schedules. So, like, I'm busy. But I promise to stay consistent with you guys. And all the information to reach me will be in my bios. If you want to come on a show, or you want to join my podcast, you want to collab, we can do that. Welcome to Talking with Khadijah again. I'm grateful that you guys are listening in, tuning in, and if you're still here listening to this after 54 minutes, I truly appreciate you. I love you. And again, keep God first. We're going to go through stuff in this thing, life, this thing they call life. We're going to go through things, but don't let that shit stop you. Okay? Don't let that shit stop you. It could have been worse. If you woke up today Do something with your 24 hours today. If God woke you up today, do something with them 24 hours. But I first need you to do is thank him for putting you on the wake up list. That's the first thing. But I'm your host, KD, and this was a beautiful experience. I can't wait to do more of this. And again, thank you guys for tuning in. And I'll see you soon. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Get this out there. Don't let nothing break you. Nothing at all. You for tough always. Remember that. And when God clean house, don't go back to nothing that he removed out of your life. People, things, lifestyles, none of that. Change everything. Okay? When he remove it, let it stay gone. So you can get your overflow. So you can get your blessings. Because people block blessings. Okay? Remember that. It's your girl KD. I love you. And I'll see you guys soon.